What started out as a career in real estate turned into an exciting career on screen. His first gig was a Yellow Pages ad,
You can't throw.
and he played dual roles in the award-winning Long Life, Happiness and Prosperity. He's got a master's in art. He's been in Master of Horrors, and now he's the master of his own happiness. He's done it all and now works as a philanthropist, raising money to build a community in Honduras. So without further ado, let's welcome Colin Foo. Welcome, Colin Foo.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So great to see you again. It's been such a long time. People won't know this, but we worked together, and you played an exceptionally unique role
Totally.
in Mina Shum's Long Life, Happiness and Prosperity, and your character's name was?
Di Tai Tai. It was, I played the evil ant. And then I played another role, which is the brother to the main character.
So two characters in one film. How did you get organized to play Li Tai Tai?
Oh, that's amazing. Glad you asked me that. Well, what happened was the producers and the director had auditioned all the women across Canada, and they couldn't get a lady to be evil enough. So at the last audition, my agent called them and said, would you see a man for the role? And they said, yeah, we'll see a man for the role. And so I said, well, I already auditioned for the man, the role that was with the main character as a brother. And my agent said, well, why don't you try for the lady's role as well? So I said, that would be fun. So I dressed up all my nails and all the long dress and the wig and everything, all the makeup. And I sat in the audition room, and all the women were looking at me, and who's this tall lady that's going to compete against us? And I didn't say anything. So all the girls did their audition, and I went in. I did my audition, and I left. And I later heard from my agent that the directors and producers didn't know that I was a man. And they said, we like the last one. So,
and there you go.
Yes, the casting director said, well, that was a man. And they said, what? I said, yeah, that was a man. And they said, wow, he fooled us, and he got the role. So I did. I got the role.
Two roles in one film.
Movie,
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And you've been busy since then. But tell us about your first experience as an actor.
Oh, yes. I was selling real estate at that time. And I had a friend who was an actress called Meryl George. She said, Colin, I don't have my car, but I have an audition at 3. Can you take me to the audition? I said, sure. And she said, I think you could go for the role. And she said, no, you'll be perfect for the role. So went there. My friend was the last one. She went for a role as a hooker. And they sent me in, and I walked in, and she said, well, can you slate? I said, I have no idea what they were talking about, because this is the first time I've auditioned for a part. She said, okay, just say your name. I said, my name is Colin Foo. And she says, okay, go ahead. And there was a whole room of directors and producers all there. And I said, oh, well, he has green eyes, short hair, broken nose. And they laughed, and I thought, oh, that was fun, So we left. 3 days later, and I was with some clients. My agent called, and she said, are you sitting down? I said, why? She said, well, you got the role. I said, oh, I can't do it. I'm busy. She said, well, you have to do it because they picked you. Yeah. So I had to tell my clients I had to go within a week to see about this role, and they said, okay, we'll wait for you. So I did. I went and did the role, and
Wow, wonderful. And so did you give up your realty career? after
Not
that?
immediately.
Okay.
I think after 5 years, I was getting so many roles that I couldn't serve 2 masters. So I had to give up my real estate license and become a professional actor. No regrets. It was the most wonderful time in my life. Yeah.
Well, we certainly had fun.
Oh yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Now, and something else that people may not be aware of is your artistic endeavors.
Oh, thank you.
So now you actually have an RCA.
Yes, I was educated in England, and I went to art schools and graduated from the Royal College of Art with a 2 master degree, Master of Design and Master of Art. And then I worked in an advertising agency in London, and when I came over to Canada in 1975, the entire family came over to look after my parents. And I had to give up that job, and no regrets. You know, Canada is my home now, and loved every minute of it.
Absolutely, and
Yeah.
your artwork is phenomenal.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
A lot of nature works. And is that your favorite genre of painting, or?
Yeah, I like realism. Most of my paintings are kind of realism, and but you know, I didn't start with realism. You know, I was in the Picasso area, in the Paul Klee area, you know, the modern contemporary. I did almost everything, but towards the end, I came to decide that I wanted to be a realism artist, graphic work and stuff like that.
Right, and I understand you've done a lot of work in the last 5 years.
Oh yes, I really am proud of that. My friend, who is a really kind person, went to Honduras and found that the remote villages in Honduras, in the mountains, they don't have schools for their children. And he decided he wanted to build schools there and roped me in to be the fundraiser. So we've built 2 schools now in the remote villages in Honduras.
That's amazing. And how big are the schools? How many children do they accommodate?
They accommodate 85 for the first school and 120 for the second school.
Wow, that's quite magnanimous.
Well, it was very self-fulfilling. So I'm a bit selfish in that sense, because it was so lovely to see the school children going to school, and they've never been to school before.
Wow.
And to see them learn, you know, the alphabets and multiplications and additions, that was very, how can I say, warm.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you are quite an advocate for children.
Oh yeah.
And you do a lot of work for the kids.
Yes, if there is a charity that pertains to helping children, I always go for it. But you know, I always feel that the grown-ups can help themselves, you know. But
True enough.
Children, they're very innocent. They can't, you know, help themselves.
We're going to be right back with Colin Foo in just a moment. Hey everybody, welcome back to In the Hot Seat with DW. And we're here today with Colin Foo, and back to you. That was a rhyme.
And you did it very well.
Thank you. But referencing back to your acting career, what were some of the most memorable moments that you found?
Well, when I had the lead role in Robson Arms and I played Beau, that was great, yes. And I played a cheating husband in that one.
I can't imagine.
Well, you know. Yeah, I played a cheating husband in that one. And
What about some of the feature films?
well, features films, apart from...
And you've got a list a mile long.
oh, totally. I've done over 100, I would say.
Wow.
Yeah, but I did a lot of comedy. I was very good at comedy. I love comedy. But I did a lot of, you wouldn't believe it, horror drama. You know, I played, the main one I think was the most important was directed by John Carpenter. It was the
That's
Master
right.
of Horrors, the Sigurd Burns. And I had a lead role in that. I played the butler. And I was cut up by my boss. You
He wasn't
wouldn't
a
believe
very
it.
nice boss, no.
He cut me up. It was really good. I was, hoping that they would call me back again, but I think, it was too prominent a show that that they could not put me into any other series.
Right, right. Yeah, once you're out there,
That's right.
everybody's seen you,
Yeah,
for sure,
yeah.
for sure. Yeah. And Honduras, you were mentioning earlier, and
Yes.
what's happening with that?
Well, now that we've finished building the 2 schools, we are now planning to build a little clinic up there so that, the Doctors Without Borders
Right.
can see the patients.
Yeah.
Right now, they're doing it in the schools, and of course, in the schools, you just have desks, and
Right.
there's not facilities to put medication and stuff like that.
Right.
And so we're thinking of building a little clinic. And
Well, that's exciting. And how are you garnering funds to support that?
well, I sold some of my paintings.
Okay.
So
If that works, okay.
that raised some funds.
Yeah.
But I asked a lot of friends and relatives and people who are interested in sponsoring or giving money to help these children. And we try to elevate their standard of living too by buying them shoes and clothes and things for their school, and school books and pencil, papers, and ancillary.
Just the bare necessities,
yes,
really.
yes.
Yeah.
And we're trying to build some funds for bringing them to the present day world. Because we've built this school, the mayor of the Honduras of that province have decided to bring in electricity to the villages.
Oh, nice.
Yes, and now we bought them a TV screen, and we're going to furnish them with some computers as well.
Wow.
I'm very happy with my life. I totally enjoy my life.
Well, and you can tell, it's very obvious to anybody that knows you that you are very happy.
Yes, thankfully I'm also goofy. So
Yeah, okay, that helps.
that makes a big difference.
And
yes.
again, going back to your acting career, there's, Vancouver's a hotbed these days.
Oh, right
so
now, yes. Not only that, because the American dollar is so high, the Canadian dollar is certainly attracting a lot of the projects from United States into Vancouver. And you see a lot of these pink arrows all over the place now, And,
the set.
oh yeah, to set,
to set.
Crew parking.
Yeah. And just in, referencing back in Toronto days when we first met.
Yes.
And one day you thought you wanted to go outside for a little walk.
Yes, that was very foolish of me. It was the
And you
day
did not check
before
with your publicist.
the big opening. And didn't check with the publicist, and walked in, and I got sunstroke. I was sick as a dog.
For how many days?
For 3 days.
Those
I didn't even
interviews,
have
yeah.
a chance to walk the red carpet,
I know.
That was terrible.
It was very sad.
It was sad, yeah.
Well, we had
all
fun
the way to
without
Toronto.
you, but no, you were in our thoughts. We did the
thank
green
you.
tea. We did the green tea
Yeah,
thing.
I didn't get to wear my dress as well.
No, that's right. You did not get to play Li Tai Tai on
Yes,
the red
that's
carpet,
right.
but you did in Vancouver.
Yes, I did.
So
in Vancouver.
then
yeah.
we have to accept that as that was the way it was supposed to turn
Consolation.
out. But listen, thank you again, Colin,
Thank
for
you very
joining
much
us
for
here.
having me.
We'll love to see you again.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us in the hot seat with DW. My guest today was Colin Foo, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode.